Well, it's been forever since I've done one of these. Um, Let me start off with there have been quite a few people these past few weeks um, that say I'm creepy or just plain weird or whatever. Um, Thing is, I'm just being how I always was. How I was since preschool, elementary, middle school, high school, and ever since I've started college. I've been my normal, natural self. And you know what that is? It's being socially awkward. The thing is, with that, I can't help it. I was born with Asperger's syndrome. People want to say, "Oh, he's so shy. He doesn't really say much. He doesn't understand what we're saying. He's creepy." Well, the thing is, I can't help it. I can't read facial expressions. I perceive things differently, so I don't know what people mean all the time. I don't, I'm shy when I first meet people, and I don't know them, so it takes me a while for me to warm up to them, and I'm usually by myself, alone. Yeah, I have my friends, but, most of my time I spend alone because there are those that want to say I'm creepy. And the people that actually know me will say otherwise. Once they actually take, some of my friends, they've actually said I'm creepy. And then after a while, when they start getting to know me, they think I'm one of the coolest guys they will ever meet. They've ever met. Somebody who they can just talk to, have fun with, go to a hockey game or whatever, But there's people in society that won't even give a second chance to me. I mean, it comes into play with my romantic life. I'm not going to go into detail there, but let's just say I'm single, because people think I'm just creepy. And once they get to know me, they'll just like, oh, you're friend material. But that's not the point of my message. The point of my message is that, people need to be educated on this shit. It's just become to a point where it's extremely frustrating. I can't, it's hurting my self-esteem. I'm losing some friends because apparently when I looked at, I hung out with some people at school and they went around, like, the guys were fine, the guys I hung out with, and they're backing me up. But, the one girl, she says I gave her a creepy look. I looked like I was gonna rape her. I look at everybody the same, and I was fortunate enough that, I'm friends with some of these guys, and they try to get it through her head that I'm not creepy or whatever, and she's still saying I wanted to rape her, and I never even brought up the mention of sex. We were just talking about movies and video games and sports. I mean, that's how bad it is. And this is just everywhere I go. I mean, that's just one example, and it's not always that extreme where people be like, oh, he's gonna murder, rape us, but it's not that extreme. That's just like a rare occurrence. Like, that actually never even happened to me before until the other day. Actually, yesterday. When I hung out with some people. So, you can say what you will, but it's just frustrating. I don't want pity, of course. I don't want, people to feel sorry for me just to be for my friend. No. I just want people to be educated with what I deal with, because coming from my point of view, when people want to treat me like crap after I hang out with them, after I thought we were doing well as friends, I'm not being creepy. I'm not like going up and stalking them on Facebook or anything. I'm just like, I didn't find out about this girl saying stuff about me today after one of my friends Jeremy came up to me and he's like, "Oh, you know my friend so and so that you talked to the other day? She's going around saying this. Don't worry, I have your back." And I'm like, "Well, I just talked to her like a couple hours ago, which I bumped into her a couple hours earlier, and we're just having a striking up conversation." She said she was busy and she had to go to class, and I'm like, "All right, I was going to go to lunch anyways, so I'll see you later." I mean, that's just, it's some people want to, and there was and the one in front, like one or two people that actually know this girl. When I was with my friend Jeremy, he's like, "Is this the guy that wanted to rape her?" And Jeremy's like, "No, yeah, But anyways, sorry, I tend to ramble, and it's just how I am. But I just want to get this message out there. People with Asperger's tend to be socially awkward. They can't read facial expressions. Can't read social cues. They don't really don't always understand what people are talking about. So you mean one thing, they might take it another, or they might not be into the things you are. And I'm pretty open minded when it comes to be with somebody with Asperger's, but I just want to get this message out there because it's been so frustrating these past few days, and I haven't even talked to my family about it, and I haven't posted anything on Facebook or anything, because I don't want to get the attention like that, I want people to feel sorry for me. So, again, that's not the point of this message. I just want to educate people, and that's why I do these videos. And I've only done 2 previous ones, and not just 2, probably more than 2, I forget, but it's been a really long time since I've done one, but I just thought I should reiterate it, and I think this is a good way to get my feelings out there. So, again, if you meet somebody who might be socially awkward or shy or doesn't understand what they're saying, this goes for people without Asperger's. Don't just automatically assume they're creepy, and maybe they just have problems breaking out of their shell. I mean, I've seen some people at school that are like that. Especially the freshmen in college. Like, you see that a lot. Like, some of these college freshmen, from when I transferred to this school last year, they see, like, 1 or 2 of them I've seen feel like they don't have any friends, and they feel out of place, So it doesn't just go for me, but this goes for everybody. So just don't always assume they're creepy. But yeah. Well, I might be doing another video within a couple weeks, but I'm not sure what I'll talk about. It just depends. I think the more people are educated about this stuff, the easier the world can be. I mean, for people like me, because I've had it rough. I'm not gonna lie. And I think that's a big thing that needs to be worked on. I mean, yeah, there are school districts that work with people with Asperger's or autism in general, or whatever. Special classes, or support groups. I wish actually there was a support group for people like me in my area, but there isn't, or at least none that I know of. But yeah, well, that's pretty much it for this week.